Llewellyn. I'm glad that you've attended this meeting today. We're here to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing here in Sagada. As you see, we're promoting the JLEW machine. We're welcoming you to the JLEW machine, and it's more fun in Sagada. Many of you don't know me, and you probably don't know where Sagada is. Well, I'm going to share that with you this morning. My name is Jerry Llewellyn, once again, and I have been in the network marketing business since I was 17 years old. I am currently 56 years old, and the first company that I joined back in as a young boy at 17 was JLEW. Many of you are familiar with JLEW. JLEW's been around for many, many decades. Also, Sagada, which that's where we're filming today, is located in the Philippines. I have been living in the Philippines for the past 7 years. Many of you don't know me, but I've been very successful in multi-level marketing, and I've also owned my own call center since 1980, starting in Orlando, Florida, for 26 years, and now here living and residing in the Philippines for the past 7 years. What we want to talk to you a little bit about this morning is the JLEW machine. The JLEW machine is something that came about and birthed in my life about 2 years ago. The reason for the JLEW machine was because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Many of you understand that. Some of you don't. What I'm talking about this morning is I got tired of seeing people fail. Now, just because you fail doesn't make you a failure. Understand that. What I'm talking about is people who were somewhat hoodwinked into getting into multi-level marketing. This is where your friend or a family member comes or calls you on the telephone and tells you there's something very exciting that you need to take a look at that's going to make you rich. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I got sick and tired of that. And over the years, 35 years to be exact, I was successful. The reason I was successful is because I was determined. Many people are accustomed to having a job that's just over broke. That's what that means. But it gives you some type of reason to get up in the morning, reason to go to bed at night. You're being told what to do, when to take a lunch break. You have to raise your hand to go to the restroom, some of you. But I, myself, am a 9th grade dropout. Now, being a 9th grade dropout isn't something to be proud of. But as a young man, I made a decision. Do I stay in school, get a diploma, or do I go out into the world and make money? Well, I chose to make money. My first job was a paper boy. I had a paper route. Then I started mowing yards for a living. Soon I became a restaurant dishwasher. That was my first valid job. And later on I became a cook. And I was determined that I wanted to be somebody more than anything else in the world. Now, Jerry Llewellyn isn't proud, as I said, to tell you that I'm a 9th grade dropout. But what it did was it forced me to do something exceptional. At a young age of 19, I became the #1 salesman for Kirby vacuum cleaners in the Dallas market, Dallas, Texas. I was selling a vacuum cleaner every day. I didn't understand why everyone wasn't selling a vacuum cleaner every day. Soon, I was in Amway, just like many of you. That was our first introduction to the multi-level marketing industry, was Amway. Well, I failed in Amway. Didn't make me a failure, but I failed. Matter of fact, I failed 4 times in Amway. I never was able to make Amway a success for me. I think it became a household word, and everybody gave me the old get away from me. Now, after many years of working as a salesman and struggling to become a success in multi-level marketing, I finally made it with a company. At 26 years old, I became a distributor for another company that many of you are aware of, and that's Herbalife. I liked Herbalife. It was a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. But then I was introduced to A.L. Williams. A.L. Williams was made for me. Art Williams, an old Georgia football coach, said that the company was designed and developed for people like me. And I believed him. So what did I do? I jumped. I got into A.L. Williams. I became a regional vice president. I was successful. I was able to buy a new car, a new home. We had a baby. Wow, everything was going fabulous. For 9 years, I worked for A.L. Williams, dedicating my life to the company. I worked very hard, folks. I was the #1 recruiter in the state of Florida for 4.5 years. No one could out-recruit me. Now, during that time, I learned of some other things. Being in Orlando, Florida, I learned about timeshare. Yes, timeshare. Many of you hate that word, timeshare. Well, I was introduced to timeshare in 1980. This is right after the time that I joined A.L. Williams. During that time, I was able to learn a lot about marketing. I learned that marketing is everything. It's all about marketing. A.L. Williams taught me a lot. As a football coach, he actually told me that I could be somebody and that I could do it. Well, as a young boy growing up, I was a good football player. I was a track star. Loved basketball, baseball. I was an all-around sports fanatic. So Art Williams, he made me what I was. He brought it out of me. And I became a success. Later on, after A.L. Williams sold the company, and today many of you know it as Prime America, I decided to leave. I saw a better opportunity. So what did I do? I got into Excel Telecommunications. During my 2 years at Excel, I was privileged to meet a gentleman from the Philippines. His name was June. June was a success. He was an amazing man, and he was a superstar in Excel. He and I became legends together, and we worked together for 2.5 years. At that point, he retired, and he moved back to the Philippines. Today, he resides here in the Philippines with his 5 brothers. Well, I decided I didn't want any more network marketing. I got tired of all the dead bodies, and I quit Excel. I went into semi-retirement. Wasn't long until I heard from June Arcamo. He said, Jerry, why don't you come to the Philippines? We have beautiful beaches here. I said, June, I live in Florida. Well, after about a year or two, he actually convinced me to come on a vacation, and I came to the Philippines in 2006, and I'll tell you what, I am excited to be here. Now, in the next video that we're going to share with you, we're going to tell you about the JLEW machine. I have designed what I feel is truly the most exciting, most tremendous vehicle to help 100% of the people become successful in multi-level marketing. It's the Holy Grail. We are using the combination of social media, internet marketing, along with telemarketing, which is phone rooms. Many of you know that as phone rooms. We have married the internet and the telemarketing together. We've married it together here in the Philippines. And we have centers all over Manila with thousands of people working in the call center industry. We are going to build a huge network company, and it's going to be built under this umbrella, as you will know, come known as the JLEW machine. I want to thank you for joining us today. I thank you for hearing my story, and I look forward to talking with you in the next video. Have a great day.